So we're going towards the gate of the castle, I think, right? So I'll show you palace inside the castle, and you see the cathedral behind, and we'll go there slowly.
Welcome to the castle tour. My name is Lyle. As some of you have already guessed, I'm not Czech. I'm from the US. I'm from the state of Ohio. If you don't know where that is, look at a map. Chicago, New York, right between the two cities. I've been here about 8 years in total. Originally came here to teach English, did it for 2 years, actually moved back home, and returned 7 months later. I love Prague. I love its history, its stories. So when I came back in 2017, I decided I want to work as a guide. Get to talk about this amazing city every day. It's a great job to have. For the last 5.5 years, I've mainly been tour guiding. Now let's see if I can remember where you're from. I think I've asked everybody. Melbourne, Australia. Melbourne, Australia. Turkey. India, living in Germany. Iran, living in Germany. And Oregon, living in France. Right. It's easy ones.
A few moments later.
So we're going right now. We're going to the castle, and as you can see, these our small group to the castle, and we have our own guide. I think it will be really enjoying for us. Said is saying yeah. River again. So you see the castle from here. So we'll just cross the bridge, and then we'll take a tram from there. वो ट्रैम हमें सीधे कैसल जो है वहाँ पे लेके जाएगा. आज का मौसम काफ़ी सही है, बारिश नहीं हो रहा है. बारिश होता तो ये बहुत गंदा लगता है.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So we're going towards the gate of the castle, I think, right?
Yes,
You have to buy some tickets, right?
No, I don't think.
Okay.
Castle is free.
No, I don't think.
Really?
Yeah, we have to pay something, right? It's a museum also.
But we will not go inside the castle, I think.
Yeah, we'll go.
With the tour. Okay?
Terrace.
Starting at noon. Yeah. So if you guys need to do any shopping, make sure you do it tonight. Supermarkets are usually open until about noon tomorrow, but they'll be crazy. And even tonight, they'll probably be pretty busy. So any shopping you need to do, make sure you get it tonight. The exception being at train stations, bus stations, and airports. They're open. Now, if you want to go to the
24th, right?
deal at the train
Same in
station,
Germany.
it'll be crazy. I can guarantee you. It's crazy even on normal days. So yeah, it'll be even worse tomorrow. We got everybody back. We'll make our way down to the bridge.
Twelve seconds later.
So right now we are walking over the Deer Moat, this big natural ravine on the north of the castle. This is called the Deer Moat. It was actually once full of deer. Rudolph II used it as a hunting reserve. But the way that they say Rudolph hunted, Excuse me. He sat up here in the palace. He opened the window, shot the deer from up above, sent his servants down to collect the kill. By the 18th century, the deer had disappeared here in the deer moat. Now, this is a natural ravine, a natural protection on the north. The river and the hill protect the castle on the south and the east, but on the west, there is no natural defense in Prague Castle. There actually used to be 3 man-made moats on the west of the castle. They've been filled in through the years, but I'll show you where they used to be. We'll be walking on those sites a little bit later. You can also see this big round tower here in the walls of the castle, the Miholka Powder Tower. It's called a powder tower because gunpowder was stored in it during the 30 Years' War, just like the one in the center of the city. Many of the alchemists under Rudolf II worked from this powder tower, but you can also see there's windows on it. By the 1980s, those windows were blacked out. The last communist president, Gustav Husak, a bit of a paranoid man, like most politicians, thought people could spy on him from the powder tower, because the presidential palace is actually right behind these trees. The president does not live there anymore. None have since Gustav Husak in 1987. They found it didn't really suit their needs anymore. The official residence of the presidency is actually the far northwest of these castle grounds in a chateau, but the original presidential palace is right on the other side of those trees. We're going to head on across the bridge. We'll do a quick stop and talk about the castle guard.
Castle guard.
Approximately 10 hours later.
So now we are inside the palace of the castle, and I think we have to buy some tickets here. Our guide is explaining really well all of the histories and all of the demographics, like how did the castle stand up here and all of the stuff. So I will show you palace inside the castle, and you see the cathedral behind. I will go there slowly. So now we're going towards the place. There is also a gate here for the chickens.
This is a model of how the castle looked around the 10th century. Kind of like a fenced off, walled off town, village. Pretty much the same footprint as it is today, though. This is a statue of Stalin. Look at the metronome is today. Somebody told me that statue's in like Texas now or somewhere. No. I have no idea. That was yesterday. Somebody told me that. I have no idea though. This is the first courtyard of Prague Castle, the main entryway into the castle. And I showed you the picture of Stalin, a pretty evil man. Well, I've got a picture of another pretty evil man here as well. Taken on March 15th of 1939. Because Hitler spent the night of the 15th here at Prague Castle, only a few hours after these lands were surrendered. And that is him entering right over here. But yeah, this is the first courtyard. The first moat entering the castle, the third one coming out from the moat, actually went right here. That moat was filled in the 18th century by Empress Maria Theresa. And Maria Theresa built the courtyard we see here, all these buildings around, and tied everything together to the castle. Today, prior to Maria Theresa, it was simply a moat, a bridge over the moat, and for over a century, this gate stood by itself. Using the Matthias Gate, built by Emperor Matthias, who's the brother of Rudolf II. One of the beautiful entry gates into the Prague Castle, he hired an Italian architect to build this gate for him. You guys architects?
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
what you have seen right now, it was like a ritual to change or for the changing of the duties of the guard. एक गार्ड गया, दूसरा गार्ड आ गया और ये कुछ था बीच में. हम लोग अभी सेकेंड कोर्टयार्ड की तरफ जा रहे हैं और वहाँ पे जहाँ पे अभी जो नया प्रेसिडेंट है वो भी यहाँ पे रहते हैं. आई एग्जैक्टली डोंट नो द एड्रेस और द बिल्डिंग.
Approximately 10 hours later.
So now this is the famous cathedral inside the castle of Prague. Our group is there. Whoa, so tall.
It's funny when you're standing in the castle. Where's the castle? It's the third time it's happened this weekend. But so what we will do, we'll talk about the cathedral. We'll go inside. I'll talk about a few things inside. Then I'll give you guys like 10, 15 minutes, kind of a break, kind of whatever you want to do, take pictures, etc.
12 seconds later. One minute, 37 seconds later.
Happy Festivus today on my tour. So proud of myself. Okay, not yet. Not yet. Okay, go ahead. Usually everybody goes like wow at once. So this is a picture from 1890s. Construction was underway. So we get an idea of how much is the neo-Gothic and how much is the original construction. Basically everything behind that tower. Now right behind the statue of St. George, you can see that roof. It's covering the remains of the Basilica of St. Wenceslaus, that three-nave Romanesque basilica, that roof covering the remains done by Jože Plečnik. Next to that, we have the most prominent part of the cathedral, the great south tower of St. Vitus Cathedral. 287 steps to go up to the top. That ticket is 150 crowns if you'd like to walk up to the top. Excuse me. At the top is a bell. Now, when you go to London, there's a bell there with a famous name called Big Ben. The bell here has a name. It's a 17-ton bell named Zygmunt. And the legend is that if Zygmunt ever cracks, something bad happens to the city within 100 days. In June of 2002, Zygmunt cracked. In August of 2002, Prague had its worst floods in nearly 5 centuries. Legend? No. But we have 3 types of architecture on this tower. The first 2/3 is the original Gothic construction of the 14th century, until you get up to the opposite.
12 seconds later.
This was the famous cathedral here. I already showed you. का बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत बड़ा है और बहुत सारे गॉथिक आर्किटेक्चर, बहुत सारे बात के भी जो नियो गॉथिक आर्किटेक्चर से वो आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं. So this is the cathedral. हमारा गाइड काफ़ी अच्छा है. बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग कहानियाँ सुना रहा है about the church and the history at that time. We're also enjoying a lot. अब देखते हैं. I think we have like half an hour, or and after that our tour will end.
Approximately 10 hours later.
And your camera, I think, right?
Camera, yeah. Looks really nice.
Yeah, this is
So we are just exiting from the castle, right?
yes.
How?
Castle was amazing. Many things. So big.
Yes, we learned a lot of history.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will suggest that to come here with a tour guide.
Yes.
Otherwise, you will not understand anything about the history of the
Exactly.
castle and
Exactly.
the buildings. You will just confuse here.
Yes. So yeah, make sure if you're coming here, get a guide, and maybe I can give you the link in the description. Like we are having a free walking tour.
Subscribe here.
And let's see, now we are going down, or going down from the castle.
12 seconds later.
My God.
We should come here in the morning. So this is the view from the castle to the city of the Prague. Yeah. No photo bombing.
We are done with the Prague Castle, and it was amazing.
Wait.
No,
Show you
music.
Said is going to vlog this.
Yeah, we listened to a part of the music. I think the music was
From Ukraine.
from Ukraine, maybe something. I'm not sure. Now we are so tired. We are walking for like more than 8 hours today, I think.
Yes, yes.
Now let's go to coffee and
Yep.
have some coffee and cake,
Yeah, exactly.
something warm.
I'm also a bit hungry. Little bit.
Chill a little bit.
Yeah.
See what happens. Tomorrow, see you guys.